your first assignment, right? For the assignment here, your first Soundtrap assignment is you're going to go under classwork, and underneath classwork, it says create music in Soundtrap. Okay, and under that it says you click on soundtrap.edu, you join as a student, you'll type in your code, which is EXA48LU. You enter in the studio, click music, and you watch the instructional videos. So let me show you how this works. Let's start with doing the code. Here we go. So first you join as a student, click join as a student, and you enter the code. Again, it's EXA48LU. EXA48LU. Okay, then it'll say continue, you click on continue. All right, sign up with Google, yep. All right, I'm going to sign up with Google here, Gmail. All right, now I'm going to type in my Gmail password. All right, so it looks like I'm in. All right, so once you're in, the next thing you need to do is you need to go to where it says Enter Studio. So you go to the Enter Studio part. And you're going to click on where it says Music. So you're going to create music. All right, so here's your first task. Your first task is just to put on some a loop over it. So I'm going to click on this little purple music sign here, and you'll see there's different kinds of loops I could use. I could use piano loops, anything. Here we go, Anthem. Sure, that works. All right, so I'm going to click, and drag over here, and boom. All right, please allow MIDI access. Don't worry about that. You don't have a plug-in keyboard. So what it's going to do is, if you see on the top here, this purple thing means it's going to loop this thing back and forth over and over again. So when it gets over here, it'll go back to the beginning. All right, now say I want to add a new track. Okay, I could click new track here, and let's do drums. Hold on. Let's do drums, but starting in the beginning. Here we go. I'm going to click on this again. You'll see there's different things. You could play a drum set. So if I hit 8, then D, then A. I could do that. I could also just create a pattern. All right, and so let's do the pattern because it's just easier. This is the kick, that's the bass drum, snare drum, and hi-hat. So I'm going to hit record. Actually, I'm just going to hit, yeah, I don't have to hit record. I just click on it. Okay, now sure. What's this add? Ooh, I could add something else. Low tom. Cool. I'll run with that, okay? So then, say I don't like the sound of that, I could just change it. There you go. Cool. Machines. All right, now you'll notice that this here the drum part doesn't go all the way. So if I want it to go all the way, what I need to do is I need to grab this thing that looks like a circle and click and then just drag it. So here we go. Cool. All right, I'm gonna add another track. Let's do keyboards. Piano track. So I'm gonna go to piano, and it says please allow MIDI access. I don't have a MIDI. That's one of those plug-in keyboards or anything. So just wait for it to disappear. That's cool, but I don't like the sound. So what? Yeah, I like that one. That's a little dreamy. So that's N, comma, and E. All right, cool. So I'm gonna hit stop. I'm gonna drag this to the beginning and hit record. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and... and 4 and 1 and 2. Cool, let's hear it back. I think a couple of those were bloopers, but what I could do is I could show you how to edit it. Cool, I like that. I like the third one better. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take this end here and just drag it. So it just makes that little loop for that one part. Cool, so now I have a little loop I could do. And see this little circle? I could take it and just drag it the whole time. All right, let's hear it. Cool, and then let's say I want it to be even more even. I could click edit, and there's this thing called quantize. I'm doing 8 notes, 1 and 2 and, so let's quantize it to 8 notes, see if it's more even now. Things. And also I took it on the circular thing and just dragged it. So this is just a way to make everything longer so you just have enough time to do your poem. You could fix it later. All right, so we're gonna add a microphone track, and I have my poem ready. And let's see what happens. To Be of Use by Marge Percy. The people I love the best jump into work head first, without dallying in the shadows, and swim off with sure strokes almost out of sight. They seem to become natives of that element. The black, sleek heads of seals bouncing like half-submerged balls. I love people who harness themselves, an ox to a heavy cart, who pull like water buffalo with massive patience, who strain in the mud and the muck to move things forward, who do what has to be done again and again. I want to be with people who submerge in the task, who go into the fields to harvest and work in a row and pass the bags along, who are not parlor generals and field desserts, but move in a common rhythm when the food must come in or the fire be put out. The work of the world is common as mud. Botched, it smears the hands, crumbles to dust. But the thing worth doing well done has a shape that satisfies, clean and evident. Greek amorphous for wine or oil, Hopi vases that held corn are put in museums, but you know they're made to be used. The pitcher cries for water to carry, and a person for work that is real. like I could stop right there and see how it sounds. To be of use by Marge Percy. The people I love the best jump into work head first. Hey, cool. So I got that in there. Let me just edit stuff so that it's not so long. I'm gonna select these tracks here. And then I'm gonna drag them to make them the size of the poem. Same thing with the looper. There's no need for that to go all the way over there. All right, so everything is in a good shape, good size. All right, now something I'm noticing is that the vocals are really soft. So if you click on volume, you could just scroll your mouse up and make it louder. To be of use by Marge Percy. Still, people I love the best jump too soft. So I can click on this without dallying in the shadows and swim off with sure strokes. I can turn everything down. Let's turn it to 10 o'clock and see what happens. Of that element, the black sleek heads. So turn everything to 10 o'clock except for my vocals. That might be too quiet. To be of use by Marge Percy. Turn it up a little bit. The people I love the best jump into work head first, without dallying in the shadows and swim off with sure strokes, almost out of sight. They seem to become natives of that element. The black sleek heads of seals bouncing like half-submerged balls. I love people who harness themselves. Cool. That's better. All right, now say I don't want... The people I love the best jump... Say I don't want that mic voice. I could go over here. I could change it. Into work head first, without dallying in the shadows and swim off with short strokes, almost out of sight. They seem to become natives of that element. The black sleek heads of seals bouncing like half-submerged balls. I love people who harness themselves, an ox to a heavy cart, who pull like water buffalo with massive patience, who strain in the mud and the muck to move things forward, who do what has to be done again and again. I want to be with people who submerge in the task, who go into the fields to harvest and work in a row and pass. Cool, that works. And that now actually sounds a little bit loud, so I could pull my volume down. So here. To be of use by Marge Percy. The people I love the best jump into work head first, without dallying in the shadows and swim off with sure strokes, almost out of sight. They seem to become natives of that element. The black sleek heads of seals bouncing like half-submerged balls. I love people who harness themselves, an ox to a heavy cart, who pull like water buffalo with massive patience, who strain in the mud and the muck to move things forward, who do what has to be done again and again. I want to be with people who submerge. Cool.